Hey, it's Rosemary here. Tell me, so are you bought into yourself? Do you really actually believe you have what it takes to get what you want out of life and business? Do you really think it's possible to live a life full of activities that you actually want to do rather than just doing what has to be done to survive? Do you really think that you can thrive, make a difference to a ton of people, make a whole lot of money along the way as well? If your answer to any of these questions is no, then maybe, just maybe, you are the thing in your own way, okay? You are the huge obstacle in your own path. Because, honey, without this basic kind of level of belief in yourself, you will not give yourself permission to stand out, to shine, to do all the things that you dream of, because deep inside there will be doubt holding you back, whispering little nothings about playing small so you don't fall flat on your face. And we don't want that, do we? We don't want that. You'll simply find yourself unable to do the work. And you may not even realize that you're not doing the work. You'll feel busy, but the truth is there's a difference between busy work and productive work, right? And so, though you may feel hard done by because you're not quite getting the results that you want, it's mostly because you're not doing the work that is required to get those results. And the truth is I did this for ages and ages, and I kept getting in my own way because deep down inside of me, I didn't really believe that I was able to build a big business. I seemed to do whatever I could to prove myself right. Because, yeah, you will do that, okay? We humans, we can be pretty crazy at times, okay? I would spend lots and lots of time looking for guidance from the heavens about whether it was really my time yet. I would call it praying or waiting on God or something along those lines. And then I would come away from that quiet time, none the wiser. And I'd therefore assume that, God didn't want me to move yet and it wasn't my time yet. And then I'd just carry on with my mundane, boring life. Or I would spend all my energy at a job that I didn't much like, and then I'd give half my energy because, yeah, by the time I finished it, I was just kind of tired. And then I'd do the work that I did want to do, and then I'd give in to fear about it anyway, and then I'd retreat back into just giving all my energy to a job that I didn't like, because I'd say, oh, well, I tried to do this business thing, I tried to do this other thing over here, but it's not working, so I just, I just have to be, responsible, pay my bills, or I'd get stuck in marketing activities that I saw some person doing somewhere, and I'd think that must be the magic bullet answer, and so I kind of flit from one activity to the next activity, no thought, no focus, no nothing, and I'd then work hard, getting nowhere, but because I was already convinced that I wasn't going to get anywhere, it just seemed to be physical evidence of what I'd already decided was true. So how do you break free of this? How did I break free of this? It's an ongoing journey. I still have to catch myself even now, but firstly, I got clear. So ask yourself, what do you want? Okay? If money was no object, and after you've spent about 3 months relaxing on a beach somewhere and doing nothing, because most people, you ask them what you want if money was no object, the first thing they're thinking about is, just do nothing for a while. But okay, supposing you've done nothing for a while and you get past that, now what then would you like your life to look like? Okay? What have you had a vision about for the longest time but you haven't felt able to do it yet? What legacy do you want to leave behind for your children? Make a fearless list of answers to these questions, and then at this stage, ultimately, you're just trying to get clear about things. What do you really, really want? And if you've not asked this in a while, you may find it hard to answer this question, okay? If you haven't asked yourself this for a while, you'll find it hard to answer. You might not know what you want just yet, and that's okay. What is your answer for today, for right now? It doesn't have to be set in stone. Just answer the question, what do I want? What do I really want? As human beings, we're always expanding, so don't worry about getting it perfectly right now. You just need to know right now what you want, okay? Even if you did get it right, you would probably be a more expanded person tomorrow anyway, and you'd have a bit of a different idea of what you did want, okay? And that's fine, okay? Now, you take that big picture vision, you pretend that you're already the person living it out, already doing all that stuff, and then you ask yourself, how did I get from today, the 26th of April, 2016, to being this person who has this awesome, incredible life, okay? So I want you to think over there, project yourself to being someone who is actually doing everything that you dream about. How did you get from being this person today to being that person? and write down all the activities that seem to come up for you. Okay, write down everything that comes up for you. Maybe you got a mentor to work with, or maybe you use Facebook to build a really big platform, and then people started listening to you and people started buying from you. Or maybe you found a product that you loved, and so you sold it on behalf of some other business owners. Or maybe you made a commitment to yourself to go on holiday every 3 months to refresh your creativity and come up with new ideas, or write that book. Or maybe you started that not-for-profit and you found funding by actively looking for and applying for grants or loans, etc. Whatever, write down the activities you think that you would have done in order to get from who you are today to who you need to be to have the big picture vision, okay? With the knowledge you have today, just piece together a vague, if necessary, action plan. And then, wait for it, take the first step. Take the first step. No point, getting all this clarity and then not even doing anything about it. So I want you to take that first step. Even if it's a little thing, take that first step. Make this whole clarity thing, where you're asking yourself these questions, make it a daily ritual. Not something that you just do, at the beginning of the year for some kind of New Year's resolution. Make it a regular, daily thing. Because this is it. We've all been trained to just go with the flow, even if the flow doesn't actually suit us. We've been given this generic, broad education at school, and it dulled our senses of who we wanted to be when we grew up, okay? We got out of the habit of demanding from the world what we want, because we're trained to think that we are subject to the whims of fate, okay? But you no longer have to live this way. You can build back a childlike confidence that whatever you want, you can actually create. Remember way back when you thought you could fly, when you thought that just because you wanted something, you had a right to have it. I mean, I watch my princesses, and that's exactly the way they are right now, and I want them to keep that in some ways. Sometimes it's frustrating. Basically, you didn't know yet that most adults kind of live this quiet desperation and resignation with just the way things are. You looked with contempt, especially when you're a teenager, you're looking with contempt at people older than you who seem to hate what they were doing and didn't do anything about it, and you promised yourself that you would not be that person. And then life started to happen to you. Life events started to chip at your confidence, and you got solidly stuck in the mud, unable to move away from what increasingly felt like a pre-designed, depressing order of things. You found yourself slowly but surely becoming one of those people that you despised. And you made excuses for it, saying that this is just kind of part of growing up and leaving childish dreams behind. And yes, honey, we do need to leave childish dreams of just having what we want drop into our lap behind. But that doesn't mean that you cannot maintain a childlike faith that as you take steady steps in the direction of the vision that you have for your life, that it will inevitably happen. Inevitably happen. Because it will. It will not force itself on you, though. The only condition of a life you adore is that you find the confidence within you to believe it's possible, and that you take consistent steps towards making it happen every single day. And as long as you do that, then you will inevitably get it, okay? Okay, you're created to succeed at whatever you put your hand to. And so, honey, it's just your lack of confidence that will halt you to end. You need to work on your brain, your mindset. Living a passive version of your life has caused you to get a demeaning and confidence-destroying way of looking at the world. But thankfully, your brain is pretty malleable. You can mold it and it's flexible, okay? Now that you see that your way of thinking is not helping you, you can actively reshape, redesign the way your mind works. And instead of looking for things to doubt and fear, you can look for reasons to have faith in your abilities. And the desire of the universe for you as well is to live a full, prosperous life, okay? So as you daily write out your goals and get clear, also deliberately write out things or write out new ways of thinking that you're now going to take on. Write out affirmations that you're going to repeat to yourself until you believe them. And why? Because right now you are believing affirmations that you took on as truth when really there were only one way of looking at life. In order to create a new life and make yourself see opportunities, you need to change what you believe. So write out new beliefs that you're choosing to take on, and this time you're choosing them a lot more deliberately. So feed them to yourself by deliberately repeating them to yourself until it becomes your reality. And it will happen, okay? It will happen. Now you're just taking deliberate control of what is allowed to stick around in your mind. You just have to get past the resistance around it. Okay, now it's time to implement. So number one, you want to get clear on what you want. Number two, you want to get clear on the actions that you could take to get there. Number three, you want to take that first step. Number four, you want to retrain your brain. Okay? Simple, right? It is time to begin. I am on your side every step of the way. And if you know that business is the thing that you want to kind of get off the ground, then jump on board the online sales machine. We start tomorrow. It's rosemarynonyounight.com/sales machine. Okay? You can work with me and we'll take you from making hardly anything in your online business to boosting online sales and growing a 5K a month business or more. Okay? So you need to register now at rosemarynonyounight.com/sales machine. It's completely brand new for 2016. It's exactly what is working right now. So let's make it happen. rosemarynonyounight.com/sales machine. It is time to fight for and to deliberately design the life you're born to live. Okay then, bye.